Hello everyone, Golden Nova here with First Reacts, which is the first place you come if it's the first place you come. I'm Thempire. Let's look at the new cards. We've got the new deck build pack stuff. It is Enneacraft, it's Evangelion. I'm looking forward to this one. It's flip monsters and their pendulums? Interesting. Enneacraft, Proto. Enneacraft Proto Orga. Are we getting the Godzilla crossover too? Is it Godzilla vs Evangelion? Like the video that's gonna come soon to my channel, the video essay about Godzilla vs Evangelion? Look forward to that. It's gonna be a really fun video. It's a level 1 Earth Machine with 100 attack, 1000 defense, and it's a pendulum flip effect monster. Is this the first one of those? I'm not actually sure. Earth Machine though, by the way. Interesting. So you could probably get this off of Ancient Gear Box. I think it has the stats for that. Let me see here. Box. That. 500 attack. Oh, it has to be 500 specifically. 500 attack or defense. It's 500 specifically. Okay, never mind. Okay. The pendulum effect, you can only use the second pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. It's a 0 scale, by the way. You can pay 900 life points, reveal 3 Enneacraft. By the way, Ennea means 9. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but it does mean 9. Reveal 3 Enneacraft cards from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add to your hand. Shuffle the rest back in the deck. Bad! Terrible! Awful. Why are we still printing cards like this? Okay. At least it doesn't say they have to be different names, so you can just reveal the same 3, but... so that might be good enough. Also, pay 9, feel fine. Anyone? Monster effect. You can reveal this card in your hand, special summon a monster from your hand, and face down defense position. Ooh, interesting. That is actually really interesting. You cannot special summon the turn you activate this effect, except in face down defense position. Oh dear. Oh wow. Oh, you gotta be in on flip monsters, huh? Wow. That's crazy. When your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand, quick effect, you can change the set card to face up defense position, add an Enneacraft card from your deck to your hand. Ooh, okay, so it also searches that way too. Wow. This card is flip face up, destroy a monster your opponent controls. Does that include this? I know the rulings on flips are really weird. I think that it does, right? I think so. All right, next up we've got Deftero. Enneacraft Deftero Alazonia. It's an Alazonia. What the fuck? Greek for second. Okay. Level 1 Earth Machine, pendulum effect monster. Okay, same thing. 100 attack, 1000 defense, pendulum scale 0. Okay, still. So we're not gonna get. Looks like we're just gonna do 0's pendulum scales. Maybe the other ones will have something. You can only use the second effect, pendulum effect this card's name once per turn. Each time a monster is flip face up, place a Sinquisition counter on this card. That's awesome. A Sinquisition? Fuck, that's not what it's gonna be. That's not what it's gonna be at all. They are not calling it that. Not here. No. You could pay 900 life points, reveal 3 Ennea cards for your opponent. Adds. Okay, same effect. Cool. What do I do with the Sinquisition counters? Are we just collecting them for no reason? Maybe they'll be revealed. Maybe this will be revealed later. Reveal this card in your hand, special summon a monster from your hand and face down defense position. Okay, same effect. That's cool. Opponent activates a card or effect that includes adding a card from deck to hand. Okay, so we gotta... If they're trying to add a card, you could change this card to face up defense position, add an Enneacraft card from your deck to your hand. Okay, so all this quick effect adding feels like it doesn't really do anything. If this card is flip face up, banish a random card from your opponent's hand face up. Okay, that does something though. That's fucking... So we have a fucking Dark Law effect on here. Interesting. And then we have Enneacraft Ectotromaria. These ones are really hard to read. I don't know how they're going to translate these over here. I wonder if they'll make it easier to read these. Earth Machine, Pendulum Flick Effect Monster. It's not just because of this part, although that doesn't help, but this part, the weird capitalization of it makes it hard to read. I don't know. It's got the same stats as everything else. You only use the second pendulum effect this card name was per turn. Each time a monster flipped up, place a Sinquisition counter on this card. Did the first one have the Sinquisition? I feel like it didn't. It did. I just missed that entirely. How did I miss that? It's Sinquisition. How did I miss that? I must have just went right past it. Then it has the same effect. Otherwise, you can reveal this card in your hand, special summon a monster from your hand and face down defense position. Okay, same effect. Opponent activates a card or effect includes special summon a monster. Okay, so on special summon, you can change this set card to face up defense position, add a monster, yeah. If it's flip face up, negate the effect of effect monster your opponent controls at the end of the turn. So these guys are all actually fairly effective interruption. I mean, this is a pop. This one randomly discards banishes a card. Face up though, that could actually bite you in the ass if you're up against Malice. And then negate. And then we have Enneacraft and Nato for 9th. Ooh, 9 like Enneacraft, you know? Okneria? Level 1 Earth Machine Pendulum Flip Effect Monster. This is another one of these like Evangelion ass things. I mean, really, there's only the one. If I remember correctly, there's only one angel that looks like that specifically, but they all look like that for some reason. Has the same effect with the Sinquisition and the pay 9 feel fine. Reveal the card, does the same thing there. When your opponent activates a card effect in the graveyard or banishment, change this card to face up, add an Enneacraft card from your deck to your hand. And then when it's flip face up, shuffle up to 3 cards from your opponent's graveyard or banishment into the deck. Ooh, this one's nice. That's really cool. It's a shuffler, but also for the banishment. That's cool. Okay, so then we have this, which is this, but transformed from its Bakugan form into the so it's Evangelion, but it's also Bakugan. I see. Enneacraft, Isa. What was this again? Deftero. Enneacraft Isa Deftero.leon.com. What? Level 9 light machine pendulum flip effect monster. Okay, so these are light machines instead. It's got 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense. Pendulum scale 0. Okay, so it's all zeros. Each time a monster's flip face up, place a Sinquisition counter on this card. Okay, so this has that too. At the end of the battle phase, if you have an Enneacraft card in your other pendulum zone, target a monster your opponent controls with lower attack than this card, destroy it. Well, there's going to be a lot of those with 3,000. That's still not a particularly good effect. It just really depends on what the Sinquisition counters do. Monster effect. You can reveal this card in your hand, special summon a monster from your hand and face down. Okay, so this has this effect too. Cool. When opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your card or effect. Okay, so this is if they're responding to you activating. Changes set card to face up defense position. Return up to 3 cards in the field to the hand. Pretty good. Bounces 3 cards. It's pretty nice. Each time a card is added to your opponent's hand by their card effect, while you control this monster, flip face up, inflict 900 damage to them for each. Wow. So like a droll burn instead of a droll lock. droll and burn bird. Enneacraft Astari Pixia. Which one is this? Astari Pixia? It must be this one? Proto? I guess. Level 9 light machine, 3,000, 2,500. Same effect on the pendulum of scale. These ones have so much text on them. because they're pendulums and flip effects. Okay, you can reveal this card. Yeah, it says the same effect. Your opponent activates a card or effect that I like that it doesn't have. You don't have to reveal what monster you're special summoning. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets the card you control, quick effect, change the set card to change up defense, face up defense position, negate the effect, banish a card from your opponent's hand face down. Hold up. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the lore here. Obviously Golden Nova is going to have a better idea of that. But yeah, this one is the one that banishes a card from the hand when they add a card, which is why this one does like the burn effect. But this one also has like a fuck up their hand effect, but also it does something when they target your cards. Targeting negation is meh, but the fact that it banishes a random card is pretty nice. Your opponent cannot target cards on the field or in the grave as a card effect while you control this monster flip face up. I don't know what that has to do with any of the other ones. Maybe this one's just on his own? I don't know. Or he belongs to a little guy we haven't gotten yet. Enneacraft, Atori, it's the F. Ecto, 6th. This is the 6th one, the whale. Enneacraft, Atori, Ect, Mar. Level 9 light machine, pendulum afflict. I'm sorry for scrolling up and down so much for this one. I need to pronounce these things. Each time a monster is flipped face up, place, okay, say same effect here. Same effect here. Your opponent activates a card or effect on the field during your turn. Quick effect, changes set of card to face up. Negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. Okay. This is fine. It's during your turn specifically, which is a little annoying, but I guess it's fine. If this card is flipped face up, change all monsters you put in control to face down defense position. The battle positions cannot be changed. So it negates that and then also flips them face down, which is pretty nice. Enneacraft Arcan Tail. That N is different. Dot tail. Level 9 light pendulum machine. What is this one supposed to be? Why is it Ava colored? None of these. Is that one Ava colored? Is it this one? Is it Okneria? I just realized they're all IA, which is like AI but backwards. And Nozala doesn't really make any sense either, though. I don't know what's going on with these. I wish I knew, because they're very cool. But yeah, this one's a Neon Genesis. This is an Ava Unit 1 colored Scorpion, which is kind of the worst of the bunch so far, I think. Has the same fucking effect here. Same fucking effect here. And when your opponent activates a card, it will destroy a card on the field. Quick effect, change this to defense position, face up. Monsters and Enneacraft spells you control cannot be destroyed by card effects for the rest of this turn. I guess. Each time a monster sent to your opponent's grave, you control this monster and inflict 900 damage to them. So they're like a burn control deck. Alright. I like... You know what? I always say I like tax effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think they're really fun to play. Me, personally, I think they're fun to play against people. This is an entire archetype of tax effects. I think that's cool. Alright, Minneapolis. This is Minneapolis, baby. We're back. We're in Minneapolis here. No, Enneapolis, the Sinquisition City. Field spell. This card is always treated as an Enneacraft card. Wait a minute. Didn't we... Hold up. I was saying this is not what they're going to be called, but didn't we recently actually just get what these guys are... What all these are called? Hold up. I'm pretty sure we got an announcement about the Hecahands. Yeah, they're calling the Hecatonkeries Hecahands. Oh shit, I didn't realize they also gave us a new, like the last card for the Hecatonkeries. Well, I guess I'll react to this one in a second once we're done with the Enneapolis stuff. Enneacraft, I mean. But yeah, maybe this is what they're going to be called. I don't know. This card is always treated as an Enneacraft card. You can only use the first second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target any number of Enneacraft pendulum monster cards you control, return them to the hand. Oh, the pendulum. Wait. So it's like removing them from the scale so you can actually use them. I think that's what they're trying to do here. If an Enneacraft pendulum monster you control is flip face up during the main phase, you return to the hand or place in your pendulum zone one of them. Oh, so you can also like manipulate them that way. Once per turn during the end phase, remove all Sinquisition counters from cards you control and inflict 900 to your opponent for each. Ooh. Ooh. Hold the fuck up. That's a lot of damage. It only takes 10 of those to kill you. I mean, it takes... Hold up. How many would it... I think 10 of those would kill you for sure. It would kill you dead. It would kill you doornail dead. But how many... Like, what's the minimum? 9. That... Yeah, okay, yeah. Because the whole thing is that it's 9. They're doing the 9s. It's the whole thing. That's actually really cool, though. That's really fucking cool, because, like, it's 900 damage, and it's also, it takes 9 of them to kill. Ooh, that's so fucking cool. Enneacraft Release. Normal spell. You can only activate one card with this card name per turn. Place an Enneacraft pendulum monster from your deck into your pendulum zone. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, add a face-up Enneacraft monster from your extra deck to your hand. Okay. That's not bad. It gets you your pendulum monsters back, and they're all pendulum monsters. None of them go to the graveyard, which is interesting. At least not normally. So the thing is, like, these guys... So, like, one of the things I'm noticing is, well, these guys don't have any way to get themselves back face down. So, and like, these big guys don't necessarily care. They have, like, little floodgate effects. They want to stay up on the field, I think. But the small guys, they don't do anything while they're face up on the field. And they don't have a way to put themselves back face down. That's where Enneapolis comes in. Enneapolis can bring them back to the hand for you to set them again. They can set themselves with their own effects. So you don't even have to worry about, like, how many normal summons you've got. This deck does not need a normal summon, by the way. So you can throw in a normal summon engine. You want to play Alistair? Play Alistair. You want to play Dogmatica? Play Dogmatica. Hold up. Real quick, though. What does this effect say? You can special summon the turn you activate this effect, except in face down defense position. That's the, hold up. That's like, I need to check the wording on Branded Fusion. I always forget how exactly to word things to make it. You cannot special for the extra deck. Yeah, turn you activate this card. So yeah, that one is Psychic. It can see the past. So you probably don't want to play Alistair, but Dogmatica is a good little normal summon that could get you, like Ecclesia. You normal summon Ecclesia. You add punishment, right? That's pretty good. But yeah, this field spell is going to be extremely important because it's the only way you can convert your Enneacraft monsters back into interruption. They otherwise don't have any way of doing so. And it can also convert them into pendulum scales to burn your opponent. But only if you have that field spell up. So the field spell is going to be extremely important, and the field spell does not have any protection to its name. Luckily, a lot of these cards, like, say you can't target or you can't destroy with card effects on them, so that should help, but it's very fragile. That part worries me a little bit. But otherwise, these seem powerful, interesting, and I'm really excited to see what people do with them, but also I don't want to play against it. I think it's going to be a pain in the ass to play against. Speaking of a pain in the ass to play against, let's talk about the Hecahands. Hecahands. That's just the name of the card, Hecahands. I can't believe they're calling it Hecahands. Normal spell card. You can only activate the first and second effect of this card name once per turn. When you activate this card, you can also send one other card you control to the graveyard. Add a Hecahands monster from your deck to your hand. Then if you send a card to the graveyard at activation, you can set a Hecahands spell trap for your deck, except for Hecahands. You can banish this card for your graveyard, your opponent draws one card, then they discard one card. Which triggers the Hecahands effects. Sure. This seems like a decent card. Give me the Hecahands. Are they not called that here yet? Are they not in here yet? Am I spelling it wrong? Hecatong. Really? It's just not in here? Okay, let's just scroll through Yu-Gi-Oh! For a little bit. Oh yeah, there's the new Dogmatica card too. We'll take a look at that while we scroll through Yu-Gi-Oh! For a little bit here. Feel free to like fast forward a couple of seconds. Oh yeah, there's new Rush Duel stuff too. I'll do a separate video for that if I feel like it. I do want to do new Rush Duel stuff on the regular. Where were the Hecatonkeries? They don't make it easy on me with this, because the one that I'm looking for is going to have a completely unrelated image as its header. Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! It was a little while back. Alright, should be coming up soon. And we can look at the Hecatonkeries. That was that Regenesis card that was randomly there. Hello? Were they really this far back? I guess they were. Alright. So the Hecatonkery cards. Reveal a card in the hand, shuffle it in the deck, switches up in a Hecatonkery. And then this one was like reveal a card in the hand, shuffle in the deck, add a spell trap. Yeah, if a card is added to the opponent's hand, except in the draw phase, switches this card from your hand. Target a monster opponent's graveyard, switches them to the field, management leaves the field. They all have this when your card is added to your opponent's hand, they all work that way. They do a lot of stealing shit. Yes. Tartarus. So this part matters for where are we? Hecahands. So if you've sent a Hecahands, and the Hecahands, they kind of like outlive their usefulness a little bit. Well, I guess not really. They do have just like regular ass quick effects, right? But there are these ones that don't really do anything and would like to be sent to the graveyard in various ways. Here we go. Anyways, if you send them, you can set a spell trap, and then you can get the Oh yeah, the spell traps were actually pretty good. I forgot. These ones are actually just solid. Yeah, okay, this is a cool card. It makes the spell traps a little more consistent, it makes the monsters a little more consistent, and then it can trigger their effects. And yeah, you don't need to wait. You just activate this, you get the Hecatonkery, or Hecahand, and then you activate it immediately. They draw one, they discard one, and then you do your shit. That's neat. I don't know if that fixes like that makes that deck like really good or anything, but anyways, here's a new Dogmatica card, Dogmatica Chaplain, level 8 light spellcaster, effect monster, 2000 attack, 2000 defense. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card name once per turn. If a monster with special from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. So that's the same deal as Fleur. Who is this? Is this what's going on here? I don't know anything about this card. Anyways, I'm not going to try and decipher lore. That's not my job. This card works the same as Fleur and the new Fleur does. So quick little thing about the new Fleur. I didn't account for the fact that new Fleur is just a card you can play as a going second tool. It's just a hand trap, like in the Dogmatica deck, gets you out Dogmatica Punishment, turn 0. It requires an extra deck cost, but Dogmatica is willing to do that. In Dogmatica, it is a pretty decent card. Outside of Dogmatica, no. Like, I don't think it's going to see a lot of play. Like the Dogmatica package at one point did. But the Dogmatica package only saw play in very specific decks anyways, so. This has that same effect. So that's something to keep in mind. It looks like a lot of Dogmatica is kind of transitioning to this ability to just quick effect summon themselves out when the opponent has special summon from the extra deck. This card is special summon from the hand. You can make each player send one monster from their extra deck to the graveyard. That's kind of disastrous, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know, if you've not played Dogmatica, this might be kind of hard to explain. But like, Albazoa has the ability to send a monster from the opponent's send like 5 monsters from the opponent's extra deck to the grave or from their hand. And half the time when you do that, they just proc every single card they send. It's like, oh no. So sending 1 is just like, oh no, it's just gonna proc everything. However, you do get to proc something yourself as well, so you can send Herald and get that going. Or you can send what is that Tri-Brigade card? Bucephalus II, who can then send the new Tri-Brigade girly. And that's like a pop, or not a pop, a Book of Moon, which is like not something. It's a little better when Fleur does it, because she does it with Dogmatica Punishment, which is also a pop and a book. But that requires you to activate Dogmatica Punishment. And there's a special line of text. On punishment. Until the end of your next turn at this card resolves, you cannot special summon a monster from the extra deck. So you got to be a little careful with Dogmatica Punishment, because it's pretty rough. But Chaplain can do the same Book of Moon thing, or like other things. You could send the Ixies monster that negates. You could send all sorts of things. Entis could get a pop, and then rip something from the opponent's extra deck. Obviously their choice, which is unfortunate. And it does it all for free. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a Dogmatica card in your graveyard except for Chaplain, add it to your hand. That's decent. It gets you some recovery. The Dogmatica could probably use that, honestly. It's card too. That means you can recycle the ritual spells. That's actually really good, because those ritual spells, you run through, like you don't want to play very many of them because they suck. But you run out of them. So you want to recycle them. Yeah, this is like a decent card. It's a decent card. I don't know. Like, we've gotten a lot of Dogmatica support. I don't think this really makes Dogmatica like a playable deck. But Dogmatica is a deck that, like, is at home in so many different combinations of cards. It's hard to tell. I don't know. But like, imagine this in like Monarch. It gets a guy on field. It rips something out of the extra deck. Well, you have to have an extra deck yourself on this one. You could be playing extra deck Monarch though. You just eschew the fucking floodgates and go for the advantage engine. Which honestly, like, even like way back, that felt like the better option of the two. And I think it does again. Some of those new Monarch stuff, I think, really enable an extra deck Monarchs build. I think that should be experimented with more. But I'm sure someone is, because that deck has got so many shooters. it's crazy how many people love that deck. All right, I think that's everything. We went back through a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Articles, so it should be everything. These guys are interesting. These Enneacraft. I'm really interested. Like, for a first wave, they seem really good. I'm looking forward to their second wave to see what that really brings to the table. This is gonna be a weird deck build pack, huh? Because like these guys have these like floodgate effects. Hecatonkeries are like, you did an action, I'm stealing your shit. What's this third one gonna be? Like, is it gonna also be some weird control deck for me specifically? I hope so. All right. That's all I got for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think of these down below. I gotta know what you thinking of the Enneacraft. What are you thinking of the Hecahands? I can't believe they're called that. What are you thinking of the new Dogmatica card? What do you think of the fleur-de-lis that I misjudged last time? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment, and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in the credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleekill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.